Shalom. It's your brother Azaria. We're back with another lesson. So before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash, to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right. We're here with a lesson I'm going to call True Reparations from the Nations. And we're going to get into this article from the Bossip, written by Lauren Bass a day ago. No shocker there. Trump administration joined lawsuit seeking to shut down nation's first reparation program for so-called black residents. In a not-so-shocking news, the Trump administration is adding support to a current legal challenge aimed to dismantling the nation's first municipal reparation program for black residents. According to The Guardian, the United States Department of Justice had joined an ongoing lawsuit against the city of Evanston, Illinois, arguing that the city's reparation initiative violates the Constitution because eligibility is tied to race, which we know most of the things that goes on in this country is tied to race. Heck, the justice system itself is tied to race because it's tied to keeping the so-called black, Latino, and Native American down and uplifting the so-called white man. This is the latest in a growing list of efforts by President Donald Trump administration to challenge programs designed to address historic racial inequality. The lawsuit targets Evanston's groundbreaking reparation program, which launched in 2021 and held by advocates as a model for local government seeking to repair the lasting effect of racial discrimination. Under the initiative, eligible black residents and their descendants can receive up to $25,000 to help address housing-related harm caused by decades of discrimination. City policies, discriminatory city policies, Salaki. There are sound ways for a city to remedy past discrimination or direct resource to its most valuable citizens in neighborhood. Simply handing out money based on race, however, is not the answer. But they always did that, man. Go look through the American history, especially during the expansion west, especially during the Great Depression, especially when they was giving land to the Native American and the so-called white man jumped in there hollering about they had native blood and took all the land and wealth that were meant for them. They had always done this. So now it's not right that come back on them. Fucking hypocrites, man. However, it's not the answer, said Hermit K. Dillahunt, Assistant Attorney General for the Justice Department of the Civil Rights Division. But man, we're gonna stop there. Because let's be honest, if you in this truth, you understand this is not true reparation. This is not gonna give us the satisfaction that the so-called black, Latino, and Native American, the children of Israel, truly need. Because we know, even if this man was to do it, as you see, he's going to put stipulations and other kind of things in there to where the so-called white man would get his hands in on it too. So we're not looking for reparation from Esau, Edom. We're not looking for reparation from the rest of the heathen. We're looking for the reparation that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to give to his people when he come back to save the elect. And through the elect, the rest of Israel will get that true reparation. Because the thing that they want to give us, this small monetary value, does not add up to all the things that we did. I mean, we helped build this country. We were literally sold as money, as collateral, to build up this nation and the other nations. So giving us $25,000 just a piece of crumb to what they owed us. We made America great. We made China great. We made Japan great. We made all the heathen nations great. And what did we get for it? Nothing. More abuse, more death, more destruction of our people. Remember, all these nations were confederate against us and came against us so we wouldn't know who we are. So true reparation would be us taking them into a harsh captivity, them building up our kingdom, and them giving us their wealth. That is true reparation. Now, before I get into these scriptures, I want to get this word reparations. And I went into the AI overview on Google. Reparation refers to the act of making amends for past wrong or injury, typically through financial compensation, institutional reform, or structural support. This concept applies to both geopolitical conflict and historical injustices against marginalized groups. Now, what I want to get out of this is the act of making amends for the past wrong and injury. But we're not getting this through financial compensation or institutional reform. No. We're going to get this back through hardcore slavery and bondage. For all those who have took us into captivity, who had done wrong by us, who killed us, it's only right by Yahweh, by Shem Shai, because we know he's a just power who loves a fair balance. That you go through the same hell that we went through, man. Which is going to lead us into our first scripture, Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? The 12 tribes, the Israelites, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. And all those nations, Esau, Edom first, followed by the other nations that led us into captivity, that killed us with the sword. Man, you got to get that back. That is proper reparation. That is the act of making amends for a past injury or how it went, a past injury or wrongdoing. Yeah, it's only right that you would have to go into captivity for all the things that you have done unto us. Not because we say so, because Yahweh by Shem Shai says so. That's why we read it out the scripture, Revelation 13:10. It told you, all those who led into captivity, they got to go. All those who killed with the sword, they got to be killed with the sword. These harsh captivities that we went through in these past 500 years, y'all going to have to go through it. Matter of fact, y'all going to have to go through it double time. Because, man, y'all continuously, even to today, laying y'all hands on us. Y'all continue to oppress us. Y'all continue to demoralize us, to steal from us, to do everything you can against the children of Israel. So don't get mad when it's y'all turn to go into captivity, man. Don't get mad when we bring hell and death and destruction upon you, because that's what you're doing to us, even unto this day. All right. This is Revelation 20, verses 4 and 5. And I saw the throne and them that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And who is them? The elect, the 144,000. And I saw the souls of them which were beheaded for a witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh by Shem Shai, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their forehead or in their hand. That's which talk about the MOTB. The elect is not gonna give over to the MOTB, even in the face of death. That's why it says those that were beheaded, because it's gonna be some of the elect that's gonna stand so stiffly for this truth that even with being put to death, they're not gonna give in, man. And in their hand, they lived and reigned with Yahushua, with Hamashiach, 1,000 years. Yeah, man. The 144,000 gonna reign with Hamashiach for 1,000 years. So y'all got 1,000 years of captivity to go through, Esau, Edom, and you other heathen nation. Like I said, these past 500 years, y'all was able to do whatever y'all wanted to. For 1,000 years, y'all had to go through it. That would only make it right. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. And that dead going into you other nations. Y'all were never meant to be immortal. That was only for the children of Israel. But because of our sinning and our rebellion against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, starting with Adam, we was given these chains of darkness, these bodies that die. But for you, you got 1,000 years of harsh captivity. Remember, we're going to rule you with a rod of iron. So all that wickedness that y'all done against us, we're going to bring it on you tenfold. Matter of fact, it's going to be new stuff because the scripture said we're going to meditate terror. And we're going to have the spiritual powers to back up all those things that we're going to do to you. So this 1,000 years of ass whooping that y'all have prepared for y'all, be ready, man. This is true reparation for the children of Israel. That we get our get back, that we get our lick back for all the things that y'all done to us. All right. Well, we're going to go here. Isaiah 60 and 10. Because we built up y'all kingdom, as I said earlier. So in turn, y'all will have to do the same thing. Y'all going to be servants and handmaids, as it goes into in Isaiah 14 and 2. Y'all going to be our servants and handmaid. And in doing so, y'all will build up our kingdom. And the sons of strangers shall build up the walls of their king. Shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy upon thee. See, we pissed off Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why we went into captivity under you. But when the Lord have mercy upon us, he's going to put y'all into captivity under us. All this is the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that you nations pay for the thing that you did to the children of Israel, for the disrespect to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Y'all knew who we were. Y'all would never tell us who we were. Y'all beat, bam, prodded, stolen, raped, robbed, anything you can think of, y'all look evil, twisted mind did to us, y'all did it. That's because the Most High were mad with us. But now, once the kingdom be set up, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua going to show favor upon his people. He's going to put those same things upon you. Now, we're going to do it righteously. So we're not going to rape your wives or anything like that. We're not going to rape you, Esau. We remember the buck breaking. We ain't doing that kind of wicked shit. But we're going to do wicked stuff. We're going to do evil stuff to you righteously. Therefore, thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto you the forces of the Gentile, and their king may be brought. Yeah, see, you're going to bring us all your wealth, all your money, your gold, your silver, your precious jewels. We're going to get that, man. And we're going to use that to build up our kingdom. We're going to use those things to build up our kingdom, man. Once you go into Revelation, I think 22, it goes into how beautiful the kingdom going to look with gold, precious jewels, silver, all those things that you're going to bring unto us. You're going to use that to make our kingdom beautiful and glorious. This is proper reparations, man. Just like we build you up, you will build us up. But ours will be way, way better than this piss hole of a kingdom that Esau, Edom, and these nations have built. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. And for those who think, no, we're not going to listen, this is your future. I mean, after that 1,000 years, Esau, Edom, you're going to be destroyed anyway. But to the other nations, this is your future. You can fight against it all you want to. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will destroy those who won't listen. But after that 1,000 years of captivity, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be any nation that want to try us, especially with the spiritual powers, and especially seeing that we're going to rule in righteousness, and they're going to be able to enjoy those things. Women will finally be women again. Men will be allowed to be masculine. Children will know their places. I mean, you heathen will go off because you're going to be in the flesh, but you're still going to be corrected by us. So you're going to learn righteousness. You're just not going to be able to perfect it like we're going to be. And for those, as you remember, the women of our people during slavery nursed these heathen to health by taking care of their children, heck, by having some of the heathen children themselves. And our men worked tirelessly for them and their children. If anything they wanted built, they would build. Anything they needed fixed, they would call our men. Some of them will give them small praises. Heck, some of them will beat them for it just because. But in true reparations, y'all will have to do the same thing, man. Y'all will have to do that for us. This is Isaiah 49, 22 and 23. Thus said Yahweh Power, behold, I will lift up my hand unto the Gentiles, and set up a standard to the people, and they shall bring their sons in their arm. They shall bring thy sons in their arm, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. See? They're going to be serving our sons and daughters. If our daughter want a piggyback ride, guess what? You white devil. Guess what? You slanted-eyed devil. Guess what? You guess what? You dusky looking Hamite heathen thing. Because man, them Hamites throw it off. Whatever we need y'all to do, y'all gonna do it. That includes serving our children to the utmost of y'all ability. You're gonna do that, man. Verse 23, and the king shall be nursing fathers, and their queen nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So you see, anything we want done, man, y'all gonna take care of it. That's what it means by nursing fathers. Y'all gonna be support. Y'all gonna be a support system. If our sons wake up at 3 a.m. yelling for a nice cold glass of lemonade, hey, you gotta get that and fresh. It ain't gonna be none of this bullshit y'all serve here. Fresh squeezed lemonade, baby. Get a nice juicy lemon, squeeze that. We ain't gonna get y'all retarded bleached sugar. Nah, we're gonna have true sugar. And you're gonna have to grind that shit. Grind it by hand at that. And it better be good. It better be good. Because if my son wake up and tell me, hey daddy, that Edomite slave, I asked him for some lemonade and he didn't do a good job. Guess what? Spiritually nuked. Spiritually nuked. I'm gonna fuck you up. Because I only expect the best for mine. Believe that. But we're going to have that power to reign over you like that. Matter of fact, let's get that word nursing fathers. Because like I said, you're going to be a support system for our children. You're going to be at their beck and call. Whatever they need, Esau, Edom, and the rest of you nation, you're going to have to do because they're just proper reparations, man. That's how Yahweh Bashim and Haushai is going to have this thing set up. Oh, Salaki, I hate when it does that. 49, 22. Hold on. 23, Salaki. Gonna get that nursing fathers. Because our women, with their nursing mothers too, they help raise them evil as Edomite men and even Edomite women. Giving them breast to suck, to build up their strength as children. Washing them, drying them, and help motivating them when they down. All that stuff, man, that our people had to do for your children. You're gonna have to do for ours. All right. This is nursing fathers, strong H 539. Aman. To support, to confirm, to be faithful. To support, to confirm, to be faithful, to uphold, to nurse. Pillars, support of the door. You're gonna be a support. See? Strong's definition, Amon, primitive root, Isaiah 30:21, interchangeable with strong H 541, to go to the right hand, properly to build up or support, to foster as a parent or nurse, figuratively to render or to be, to firm or faith, to trust or believe, to be permanent, to be quiet, morally to true and certain. Yeah, you're gonna be a support for our children, for every whim they want, man. No matter what time, no matter at what hour, no matter what they want to be, man. If they want a golden apple, I mean, it probably won't be no golden apple in the kingdom. Hey, we probably can make that. Never mind. They want a golden apple from the top of the highest mountain, and they want you to go get it. God damn it, you're gonna have to go get it. Like I told you, this is not gonna be nice, man. This captivity that Esau, Edom, and you heathen nation got coming, it's not gonna be a nice thing. So you're gonna support not only our children but us as well, even though we're gonna have spiritual power to do anything. And I want to end out here in Deuteronomy 28, because this is also true reparation. We always go to 28 for the curses that have been put upon us, but I want to show you some of the blessings we also going to have from Yahweh Bashim Shai, which will tie into true reparation. All right, 28:1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandment, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee above all nations upon the earth. See, we're going to be above you. Where you going to be at? Below us in the captivity. That's that true reparation, man. And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou hearkening to the voice of the Lord thy power. And we will, because we will be in that second covenant, and we will be made perfect as Yahweh Shai is perfect. Blessed shall thou be in the city, blessed shall thou be in the field. Why? Because you go into the curses. We were cursed in the city and field. And the true reparation will be us being blessed. So every city, every world that we inhabit is gonna be blessed, man. All the crops that we create, they will be blessed by Yahweh Bashim Shai. We will never know famine. We won't know drought. I mean, we're still gonna have our land Sabbath, but when we move to different lands to cultivate it, it's just gonna have great crops, great products. All right. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, meaning our kids. We're gonna, as the scriptures say, we're gonna be blessed with a multitude of kids, man. Just roughly paraphrase, one gonna make 1,000, so one Israelite man gonna have 1,000 children. That's a blessing. And the fruit of the ground and the fruit of thy cattle. See, all our crops, all our cattle, from cows, chickens, goats, all those things gonna be blessed by Yahweh Bashim Shai. The increase of thy kin, meaning our people, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store, which right now in this kingdom is cursed. But how would that be rectified? We're going to be blessed. That's going to be true reparation, man. Blessed shall be when thou comest in, and blessed shall be when thou goest out, which we're never going to die in the kingdom. But every new Israelite that's born, he's going to be blessed, man. The Lord shall cause thy enemy that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways, which we know y'all are not going to rebel in the kingdom. Y'all going to know better. Yahweh shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouse, and in all that thou settest thy hand into. See? Because here, whenever so-called Black, Latino, Native American try to set their hand in to do something, those curses kick in and it just become a failure. But in the kingdom, it's going to be righteous, man. Everything we want to do is going to succeed, and it's going to succeed greatly. Let's see. Verse 9. Yahweh shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep his commandment of Yahweh thy power and walk in his way. Like I said, which we are, because we're going to be made perfected in that second covenant. Those laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be in our mind and our heart. It's going to be engraved in it, so we'll never go off. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord thy power, by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee. Yeah. What's more reparation than that? Because guess what? Whenever the police jump in behind us, Jake stiffen up. Let me get right. We have been in these heathen kingdoms to the point Jake won't even lay a hand on the other nation. Now they'll do all kind of wickedness to each other, but when it comes to the other nation, they got to be pushed to an umpteenth degree for Jake to even fight back. But guess what? In the kingdom, they're gonna be too afraid to even mess with us. Yahweh shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give rain unto thee, unto thy land in his season, and bless all the work of thy hand. And thou shalt lend unto nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And Yahweh shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only. You see? And thou shalt not be beneath. If thou hearken unto the commandments of Yahweh thy power, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. See, we're going to be on top forever, man, because we're going to always be perfect. So we'll never be in this position where we're looking for money, where we're struggling, where we're downtrodden, where we're thinking, man, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill. Man, I don't know how I'm going to get this car fixed. Man, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Man, I don't know how I'm going to do that. That would never be us again, which is true reparation. We're going to have wealth beyond wealth, blessings beyond blessings, power beyond power, and the whole universe would be ours again, man. Ours again and forever. That is true reparation. So you can take this little $25,000 Esau that you playing, because this money ain't worth shit anymore. You can come against it all you want to, but you're not going to be able to stop the reparation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for his people, the true reparation. But that's all I had on that. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Shalom.